All right, everyone, let's dive into this chilling story of Ramona and her family. The film opens at Ramona's farmhouse, a place she built with love alongside her late husband, as we learn from an old video she's watching. You can see the sadness in her eyes as the memories flood back. Her husband is gone, lost in a tragic accident that also took her leg. This double blow has deeply affected Ramona, leaving her struggling to cope and care for her daughter and son. The weight of the household chores even falls on the tailor who lives with them. Despite their help, Ramona's demeanor is quite harsh. Every morning, she wakes up and utters a single plea: "Give me strength." Stepping out of her room, she observes the tailor's efforts, but it's clear the house is still struggling. They're even without electricity. Suddenly, Ramona spots someone sitting in her yard. A mysterious figure draped in black. Fear grips her. She instructs her children to stay inside and bravely approaches the veiled woman to ask what she's doing there. Trying to sound tough, Ramona warns her that her husband will be home soon, and she should probably leave. But the woman's reply chills Ramona to the bone. "Your husband is dead, in an accident, and in that accident, you also lost your leg." Ramona's fear intensifies. The woman continues, "Ramona, the day you used to call me has arrived. I have come." Confused and increasingly frightened, Ramona sees the woman reveal her bloodied hands. Panic sets in. Ramona rushes to her car, desperate to start it, charge her phone, and call the police. But the car won't turn over. Defeated and terrified, she returns inside. Her children immediately pepper her with questions about the lady in black. Instead of answering, Ramona snaps at them, demanding silence. Their continued inquiries push Ramona past her breaking point. Her anger erupts. She starts throwing things and yelling at her terrified children. Finally, she gets up and frantically locks all the doors and windows. As she sits down, a sharp pain shoots through her leg. A stitch has come undone. Looking out, Ramona notices the woman in black has moved closer. She briefly wonders if her dog Charlie is inside, but a quick glance outside confirms he's gone. She doesn't tell the children this, but the fear fuels her already volatile temper. She lashes out at the tailor once more and, shockingly, even slaps her daughter for repeatedly writing the letter R upside down. The realization of her harsh reaction hits Ramona hard. Her daughter's mistake was small, not deserving of such punishment. She immediately hugs her daughter, filled with remorse. But as she glances in the mirror, something deeply unsettling happens. She sees herself holding a knife, which she then plunges into her daughter. Suddenly, she snaps back to reality, finding herself clutching a pillow, the knife embedded in it. She has no memory of grabbing the knife or who might have intervened. The tailor, witnessing his mother's disturbed state, grows even more worried. He knows she's not well, and he needs to find a way to help them escape this nightmare. Ramona takes her daughter to her room, and the tailor quietly slips out of the house. He hopes to reach the neighboring farmhouse for assistance, but the car still won't start. A little while later, Ramona comes looking for him, her anger blazing. She drags him back inside, but the tailor is now angry too. He knows Charlie is missing and senses his mother is hiding something. He confronts Ramona, telling her, "Nothing will happen to you. I'll handle it." With these words, he storms into a room filled with his father's belongings and retrieves a gun. Ramona follows, pleading with him to put it back, and a struggle ensues. During their argument, the black-clad woman is seen outside, having moved even closer. In a fit of rage and desperation, the tailor goes outside and hands the gun to the mysterious woman, demanding she leave their property immediately. The woman remains unfazed. Lifting her veil, she reveals a shocking truth to the tailor, something his mother has kept hidden all these years, urging him to confront Ramona. Furious and confused, the tailor storms back inside and demands to know how his father really died. Ramona, clearly frightened by his intensity, begins to recount a fabricated story. She describes a night at a fancy restaurant with David, but Ramona wasn't happy. She longed to leave the farmhouse, feeling burdened by the work. David, however, had finally adjusted to their life there, enjoying a break from his mundane city job. While everyone else had settled in and found happiness in the farmhouse, Ramona remained restless, wanting to move again. David refused, arguing that another move so soon was impractical. Their disagreement escalated, and they left the hotel. The scene shifts to that fateful night, with Ramona behind the wheel. She recalls seeing the shadowy figure of the woman in black in her rearview mirror, a terrifying distraction that led to the accident. She had lied to her children, claiming David was driving, to shield herself from the truth. Hearing this, the tailor is devastated. He breaks down, consumed by grief and a growing sense of negativity. The influence of the woman outside intensifies within their home. We see the woman's shadow growing larger and more menacing. Seeking refuge, the family retreats to the attic. But even there, the black entity's presence is felt as it seems to pull Ramona's young daughter towards it, like a shadow. They try to hold on to her, but the force is strong. Quick-thinking Taylor rushes to cover the attic window, the apparent source of the entity's control over his sister. Once the window is blocked, the girl is freed. But the entity's torment doesn't end. Lights flicker, objects fall, and then, terrifyingly, it possesses Ramona. In a disturbing vision, Ramona and the entity appear as one. The possessed Ramona hugs her daughter and then vanishes. Taylor can only watch in bewildered horror as both his mother and sister disappear. Suddenly, Ramona reappears, holding her lighter. Now, Ramona and Taylor frantically search for the missing daughter. Their search leads Ramona to a room that conjures up her past. She sees David, happy and vibrant, telling her, "Look, the flowers you wanted have bloomed in the yard." Ramona reaches out to him, but the scene abruptly changes. David is now hitting her, his actions filled with rage. In the next moment, Ramona sees herself sitting in the yard, wearing a black dress, just like the entity outside. It's a flashback to the first encounter with the woman in black. In this memory, the black-clad Ramona begins to remove her veil, revealing herself to the present Ramona, saying in a distorted voice, "The day has come which you were waiting for." The scene shifts again, and Ramona finds herself back in the attic with her two children. They cautiously descend, only to be confronted by the woman in black. Terrified, Ramona raises a gun, but the woman calmly states, "I didn't come here by myself. You called me. Every morning you used to wake up and say, 'Give me strength.' You were asking for the strength to end your life, and now I have come to you." Ramona is left alone with the entity. The woman now tries to coerce Ramona into taking her own life, placing the gun against her neck and urging her to pull the trigger. In the next scene, we see Ramona emerge from the room unharmed. Her children ask about the woman, but Ramona assures them, "That woman won't come here anymore. I've made her run away, and I found so much courage within me that even if she returns, I'll be ready to fight her." They go back inside the house, and as they do, the lights flicker on, and their lost dog, Charlie, comes running back. Inside, we see a painting Ramona created herself, and within it is the dark lady they've encountered throughout the movie. The truth is revealed. The dark lady was a manifestation of Ramona's own dark thoughts and inner negativity. Her despair had become so overwhelming that it took on a physical form, terrorizing her and her family. When Ramona finally left that room, she had confronted and overcome her negative thoughts. As a result, the entity vanished. And so, the family finds peace once more. The film concludes on a hopeful note. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this explanation, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with your friends. We really appreciate your support.